It is another great day for XFL football, and here in Arlington, Texas, the weather couldn't be any better. The 2-5 Renegades host the 1-6 Seattle Dragons in a battle of two teams on the outside looking in at the playoff picture. The last time these two teams met, Dallas walked out of Seattle with a 24-12 victory. The Dragons are out of the playoff race, but have a chance to play spoiler. Austin Proehl needs to be more of a feature for Silvers in order for them to put up points. With the upset victory of the Roughnecks by the Wildcats, the Renegades need this win in order to remain in playoff contention. Both teams are in need of a win. Expect a knockdown, drag-out fight in order for these teams to achieve their goal. Can the Renegades stay in the hunt, or will the Dragons play spoiler and knock the Renegades out of the playoff race? Seattle Dragons, Dallas Renegades. This is the XFL on the Last Life Gaming Network. Now, the Renegades have won the toss and elected to receive for this half, so the Seattle Dragons will receive the ball in the third quarter. My name is Bravo33. This is the XFL on the Last Life Gaming Network, and there is the kickoff, and we are underway. It is a short kick received by Dallas, and they bring it all the way out to the 47-yard line. Great return for the Renegades, and just like that, we are starting at the 47-yard line. You've got to give their credit where it's due. Great return by the special teams. That was Frederick Holloway on the return, and Landry Jones is in prime field position to start this game. We're only 6 seconds into this game, and they are already near midfield. You cannot be angry at that start if you're a Renegades fan, but you can be angry at your offensive line for allowing Landry Jones to get hit immediately on the first play of the game. 2nd and 17 for the Renegades. They are sitting at their own 40-yard line. They've got to go the other way. They've got to start going the other direction. They don't want to continue to go backwards. 4 wide set. Landry Jones is back looking. He has a man over the middle. It looked like it was for Artis Payne. He could not hold on to the ball, and he drops it. Now it is a 3rd and long for Dallas. And if you remember last week, that seemed to be a recurring theme for the Renegades. Tough break for them last week in the loss, but they converted so many times in a row, over and over, only to wind up losing in that last play of the game where Landry Jones threw the ball on 4th and 4 out of bounds. Let's see if he can redeem himself here. He is still the starting quarterback. Complete pass near the right side numbers for a first down. That one goes to Darnell Matthews, and he has no shame in his game and is talking immediate smack to show that they are ready to play. Now, the Dragons, as I stated earlier, are out of playoff contention. They cannot make it to the playoffs at all. It is a fake fullback handoff to a dive with Artis Payne. He picks up 3, 2nd and 7. But they have a chance to play spoiler here. If they've got any ounce of pride, they will not let up in this game. The season has not gone their way. They are sitting at 1-6, while the Renegades are at 2-5. Now, as I stated in the pregame hype, the Wildcats have knocked the Houston Roughnecks out of the undefeated ranks as Artis Payne tries to get away there, but he is corralled down at the 35-yard line. 3rd and 5 for the Renegades. Now, they're out of playoff contention, but with the Renegades getting a win here, they will still be in the playoff race. They will be 2 games back of the Wildcats, and it won't be over until they cannot achieve as many wins as the Wildcats have. So with the Wildcats sitting at 5-3, it's still a chance for the Renegades to get a win here. Throw to the left side of the field. A man was wide open. It was Frederick Holloway, and he does not corral it down. Tough break for the Renegades, and out comes the punter. That is tough. It'd be a 52-yard attempt. I don't think the Renegades kicker, they have confidence in him, so they're going to punt this ball away. I mean, at this rate, you might as well just go for it. Because worst case scenario, they start off with good field position and still in their side of the territory. But nonetheless, Lindstrom punts this ball. He's going to try and coffin corner it. It is caught for a fair catch at the 12-yard line by Sean Goss. So now Brandon Silvers will have to start from his 12-yard line to get things started for his club. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself all week and all season long since the XFL has taken over for broadcast on the Last Life Gaming Network. We have a single back set. Silvers is under center. Seattle takes the snap. It is a delayed play action. He moves up slightly and completes the pass. I thought that was going to be an interception. I am not going to lie. He completes the pass to Jetta Zuma. Good snag by the tight end. Gets a gain of 9, 2nd and 1 at their own 21-yard line. My name is Bravo33. I am your commentator, your host with the most for the XFL and Last Life Gaming Network. This is the last game of the week. We've had some good ones, we've had some tight ones, and we've had some history-making ones. And the one that everyone's talking about since it happened a couple hours ago, the LA Wildcats have knocked off the Houston Roughnecks from the undefeated ranks. There are no more undefeated teams in this league. The Wildcats are playing great football. That is their 4th win in a row. They are playing hot football, and what a time to be playing so well than right now as we are approaching the playoffs. Silvers is under center. He's got 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. There's the snap. He finds a man on the right side. It is complete to Frederick Holloway. And just like I told you about that Terry Bowman punter, Frederick Holloway is playing for both the Dragons and the Renegades tonight. But what can you do? Like I said, this is the All-Pro Football 2K8 engine. I have no mods. It does not allow you to change the players that you do not create. And for that, I've got a lot of the same players. Toss to Austin Prohl is off of his fingertips and intercepted by the Renegades. The Renegades capitalize on the big chance that the Dragons took. Leland Nichols with the pick off of the tip. Prohl was open. He went for the dive. Couldn't bring it in. Great wherewithal by the free safety, Leland Nichols, to take the ball away and give it back to Landry Jones and company. You got to get Artis Payne started. If Artis Payne gets started, this could be an easy game for the Renegades. Here we are, 1st and 10 at the Seattle 45 with just under 6 minutes to go in the quarter. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Artis Payne is in the backfield. Landry takes a quick drop back, finds a man to the outside. Looks like it hits his tight end. That is Donald Parham, the big man, 6'8", beast at tight end.
Get your head on straight. We can't have you throwing picks. I couldn't get away from the rush. I should have just ate.
Now, it is early in the game, and Silvers is already getting reamed out for throwing a bad pass. There's a lot of football left, Silvers. You're going to shake it off. You're going to make more plays. But now, Landry Jones and company is on the field. 2 wide receiver sets at the top of your screen. Is the what? I don't know how to call that. Artis Payne had a chance to make something happen. He took the handoff, turned around, turned back the other way, spun around, decided not to go that way, made a U-turn, barreled forward for a gain of none. I don't even think he got any yards on that one. I was too befuddled and baffled at what the hell I was looking at to even realize that he'd even pick up any yards. 3rd and 5. It is a delayed handoff to Artis Payne. He goes the right direction this time, but unfortunately, it is not enough for a 1st down, and it seems as if the Renegades will be punting this ball away again. This game is moving pretty fast. We are already under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Neither team has looked impressive offensively. We might be in for another defensive battle. The last one we saw was in the pouring rain, with the New York Guardians knocking off the St. Louis Battlehawks with a 10-9 victory. They're under center here, but it looks like they're calling the bluff play. Nobody has seemed to make this work so far this season, but there's the timeout. Great discipline by the Dragons to not jump off sides, as Landry Jones is heading over to his head coach to have a few words. And out comes Lindstrom once again to punt this ball away. Maybe he can pin them even deeper this time. There is the snap. The punt is up. It is heading towards the... Oh, it is... Oh, but they called him... They called him out. I'm sorry, they called him in the end zone. He snagged that football right out of the sky. He didn't allow it to bounce. He was not leaving up the chance, but he couldn't stay out of the end zone. He was caught running with momentum, so they ruled it as a touchback. Cannot complain for that. 1st and 10 for Brandon Silvers. What can the Dragons do? I believe you just go right back at him, man. You know, Prohl's your guy. Gus McAfee, you can hand him the ball off. Maybe this is what he gets here. I formation. There's the snap. It is another pass to Prohl. Prohl redeems himself, picks up the big gain. Looks like it's about a gain of 20 yards. And that's a good call. I like that call by the offensive coordinator of the Dragons to tell, hey, Silvers, shake it off. We're going to go right back to him. We saw something. He's definitely open. Let's get Prohl started early. And Prohl responds by snagging the ball down this time as there's a shot of Prohl lining up. He is the man at the top of your screen. Gus McAfee is in the backfield. Frederick Holloway is the other man at the bottom of your screen, and they're running a double tight set. There is the snap. He is looking downfield. He finds Prohl over the middle, who takes a big hit, but nonetheless, he gets a good gain of 9, maybe 9.5, 9 3/4. 2nd and inches at the Dallas 45-yard line. Let's see which team is going to be able to strike first and get points on this board.
2nd and inches. Ball at the 44-yard line.
I-form set. It's a tight one with Prohl at the top of your screen. This must be going to McAfee. It's a delayed handoff to the man. And the big guy picks up enough for a 1st down, 1st and 10 for the Dragons. First team to be moving this football pretty freely. The Dragons have had a tough year this year. Again, they are 1-6. But there's no excuse to not come out and play as hard as you can, even if you know you're already out of the playoff race. The best thing to do is to play spoilers for teams that think they're going to make the playoffs and knock them right out of contention, just like the Dragons can do today. And unfortunately, Silvers holds on to the ball for too long. That is a coverage sack. Tay Fiore is the culprit. I didn't see anybody touch him at all, and he took advantage and dropped Silvers right where he stood. Loss of 6. It is a 2nd down and 16 yards to go, right at midfield. Silvers, you got to go the opposite way. If you're looking on our screen, they've got to go to the right. Right now they're going to the left. They've got to go to the right. 4 wide set. McAfee to the right of him. There's a snap. It is a handoff to McAfee. McAfee cuts up field, picks up 1 yard. 3rd and 15. This is now a huge 3rd down conversion for them to try and make. They are 15 yards back. They are also not a team that likes to sling the pill freely. They take good care of keeping Silvers in a game manageable system. There is the snap. Silvers is looking downfield, shimmies to his left, avoids a man. He is now taking off for the run as he gets a little bit of pressure from behind, tackled down at the 41-yard line. That is now a 4th and 7, and we will see another punt on the day. I believe so far we've seen punt, 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 punt. And Todd Boston is the man for the Dragons to punt it away. He'll be punting this football to Clinton Kidd. Can Kidd make a little room here and get more than maybe 3 yards? Let's see what happens on this play. There's the boot. It is up. Clinton Kidd gets under it at around the 10. He moves forward for a gain of 4. I cannot complain there. Decent return, 4-yard gain. 1:03 left to go in this first quarter, and we have a scoreless game. If you are just joining us, this is the XFL on the Last Life Gaming Network. We are continuing the XFL season, and we are not allowing coronavirus to get us down. Shout out to everybody that's been in the chat for every single game, for the day ones, the people who have just joined on. Artis Payne tries to go forward, gets tackled in the backfield, 2nd and 11. Good defensive stop by Johnson, the middle linebacker. He saw where he was going and said, none of that is happening here. Now, the Seattle Dragons play great defense. Don't get me wrong. It just seems to be that their offense is just not potent enough to put points on the board. I think the most I've seen them put up was about 12 to 14 points tops. There's the snap, the late handoff to Landry Jones. He is bottled up in the backfield, 3rd and 14. Another drive, another 3rd down conversion. That's 3rd and long. These teams are struggling offensively so far as we are getting closer to the end of the first quarter. This one was a fast one. Usually there's some scores, some stoppage and play, but these guys are just playing so that clock continues to run. This should be the last play of the quarter. 4 wide set, single back in the backfield. It is Artis Payne. Landry Jones is looking downfield, has plenty of time, throws the ball deep, nearly gets it intercepted. Sean Goss almost came away with that one, but it doesn't matter as we are at the end of the first quarter and we have a 0-0 ball game.
End of the first quarter. The score is now the Dragons 0. Your Renegades 0.
As we start off the second quarter, it is 4th and 14 for the Renegades. Lindstrom is punting the ball for the 3rd time today. This time it is in the back of his end zone. There's a snap. It's a good catch, good hold, good kick. It's high in the air. It doesn't really go far, and that spells disaster. Disaster for the Renegades. They punt the ball away, and they are only, and the Dragons didn't even have to return anything. They get it at the 36-yard line. I mean, Lindstrom's got to do a better job of punting that football. And because of it, 5 seconds into this second quarter, the Dragons are almost already in scoring position. It is an I-form set, stretch handoff to McAfee, who gets a good block, picks up a gain of 4, and the Seattle Dragons are getting closer and closer to this red zone where if they don't pick up any points, it'll be disappointing for them just as well. There's a shot at Clinton Kidd, the corner for the Dragons. I'm sorry, the Renegades. Single back set. He swings it out on the out route. It is complete to Frederick Holloway. That will make it 3rd and 3. Good pass. Easy pitch and catch for Brandon Silvers, who, like I said, it was more of a game manager than a risk taker. I would call Landry Jones more of a risk taker than Silvers. Only one bad blemish on his passing game so far. That was a tip pass interception off the fingertips of Prohl right into the hands of the Renegades. There is the snap back to McAfee. McAfee fights forward, and they do not give him the first down. 4th and inches at the Dallas 26-yard line. Do you go for it? I mean, you might run a QB sneak, but I just saw the kicker come out to the field, so it looks like they're going to settle for 3. But Seattle is challenging the spot of the ball. That's bold.
The Dragons are challenging.
Now we're going to see exactly what the referee's looking at inside the booth. This is the replay challenge. Ball is handed off to McAfee. McAfee tries to fight forward. It looks like he falls before he can get the ball over the plane. But if you look there, the ball is on the virtual yellow line. That's not in gold, but let's see what the officials call here.
After review, the play stands. The call on the field was correct. The Dragons will be charged with a timeout. 4th down.
As the Renegades crowd goes insane, tough break for the Dragons. They had a valid argument, but it doesn't go their way.
They only need a couple here.
You've got to be going for it here.
So let's buckle down, guys.
You've got to be going for it here on 4th and inches. You want to make a statement, and they are not. They're going to try and go for 3. They're at the 26-yard line, so that will make it a 43-yard attempt. for 3. Renegades are ready. They look like they are bringing the house. There's the snap. Good catch, good hold. This kick is up. Kick is good. Seattle is the first team on the board, leading the Renegades 3-0. Now the Dragons are the first to strike against these Renegades. Can the Renegades respond? This will be a huge drive for them to try and respond and take over the lead. There's the kick. It is up and away. The Renegades take it at around the 8-yard line, bring it out to the side. Holloway gets another good return. You know what? Holloway is playing very well on the special teams. He's doing a good job on kick returns, giving Dallas great field position all game so far. It is 1st and 10 for Landry Jones and company at their own 32-yard line. The Dragons shift over to try and add a little increased pressure to his blind side, but nonetheless, they drop back in the zone. Landry tries to stretch it across the middle. Parham, good effort to lay out and try to catch that ball. The 6'8" stud out of Stetson could not get the ball down into his mitts. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 at their own 32 with just under 9 minutes to go. There's a shot of Parham. That man is an absolute beast. He's been Landry Jones' #1 target. Can you blame him? I mean, the dude's built like a statue. I formation, wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. There's the snap. He is looking. There is a throw to the left side. It is caught by Matt Green, the fullback. He takes it for a gain of 4. 3rd and 6. Great individual effort by Matt Green, but it's tough to make all the plays by yourself. There's a shot of Landry Jones, who's had a lot of ups and downs this season. He's had a few games where he's thrown a lot of picks. He made a boneheaded move last week and threw the ball away, but Artis Payne has been the constant. Great run for Artis Payne. He picks up a 1st down. He's saying, go big or go home, and he went big there. Good handoff to Artis Payne. Great blocking up front. That's what sprung him loose. And in order for him to remain a threat, the offensive line is going to have to get a push and be able to allow Artis Payne to wriggle free and pick up more than just a traditional 3 to 4 yard average. There's the snap. He is looking across the middle, almost picked off. Parham gets low enough to catch the ball at its low point. I don't think I've ever said that before. Catch the ball at its low point. But he said he was going to pull up. Pulled it down at the lowest point that he could get it. 2nd and 1 for the Renegades. Can they pick up the 1st down here? The Dragons look like they're ready for a run. Everybody's up in coverage. If it's me, I'm handing this ball off to Artis Payne. No secrets until you can stop it. There's the snap. It is handed off to Artis Payne. Barrels forward for a 1st down. And the Renegades are moving this ball very slowly but very surely. They're taking their sweet time, as if Pops from Regular Show is running the offense. Jolly good show. He wants to take his time. 1st and 10, 4 wide set. He's got Artis Payne flanked to his left. Just under 7 minutes to go. There's the snap. Landry is rolling right, so he can buy a lot of time. There's nobody near him. He finds what looks like to be Parham near the right side yard lines. I am sorry, it is to Guillermo Wilson. I mean, Landry had all the time in the world. He could have done anything he wanted to on a Sunday that most dads do, and he still would have picked up a 1st down. I-form set with a wide receiver at the top of your screen. Landry is looking. Landry swings it out to Artis Payne. Artis Payne cuts up the field and gets a gain of 4 before he's tackled down at the 24-yard line. The Dallas Renegades definitely need this win today, and they find themselves trailing 3-0. In order for Dallas to get some points here, Landry might have to do it through the air. I don't think it can be an all-out run from Artis Payne. There is the snap. It is handed off to Artis Payne, who is met in the backfield by the Dragons. Is that my main man? Oh, I thought it was my main man, Dushan Gideon. It is not. He is tackled down by the other defensive end, Kajana Kane. Parham's got to do a way better effort there of making a block. I mean, that ball, that gain of none could have went for a gain of some if Parham decided to put his hat on a hat. 3rd and 9 for the Renegades. They've got to convert here. Let's see what they can do. There's the snap. Landry's got some time. He is looking down the field, throws it over the middle, and it is a dropped pass. There is nothing you can do as a quarterback but sit there and be angry for one of your players who was past the first down marker to drop the ball. Oh, tough break. I can't watch that anymore. Truck, take that away. Tough break. They're going to punt this ball again. Oh, no, they might kick the field goal here. Let's see. They might want to tie this up. This will be a 45-yard field goal attempt for the Renegades. This is a long wait for the kick. I felt like that was an eternity. Kick is up. Kick is good. Like I said, the Renegades are taking their sweet time. I don't know if it's Pops from the regular show or a three-toe sloth running this offense. But, man, it felt like they took forever to get that kick through the uprights. Renegades will be punting this ball away after they have tied it up with the Dragons. So far, so good to both teams. Let's try and see some points on the board, huh? There's the kick. It is up. Retrieved by Brian Taylor, who brings it all the way out to just about the 23-yard line. Good return, solid return for the Dragons. And now Brandon Silvers, Gus McAfee, and Austin Prohl, the three-headed monster that is the Dragons, are going to have to respond to that response. It's almost like a rebuttal. You rebut, I rebut, you rebut, I rebut.
We're right where we want to be in this game. Let's keep plugging away.
The fact that Brandon Silvers has the poise enough to control the huddle this late in the season shows what a true leader Brandon Silvers is. There is the snap. He is looking downfield. He has a man over the middle. It looks like it is Prohl. I cannot tell with the numbers. Both players are doing good at the quarterback position. Silvers has that one blemish of an interception, but nonetheless, he's been playing well. These passes to Austin Prohl have been on the money. Matter of fact, every single pass he's cut up has been on the money. Here we are, 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Can they get into the end zone before this half is over? We've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And again, this is another team taking their sweet time. There's a snap. Hand off to McAfee, who winds up getting stopped at his line of scrimmage by a slew of Renegade defenders. 2nd and 10. Two wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. The Renegades look ready for it. Silvers drops back. They were not ready for that out route. It is complete to Austin Prohl. Silver's playing a decent game. That interception has put a blemish on his QBR, only a 66.7, but he is got to do better than what he's been doing before. There's the snap, empty backfield. He is looking downfield, throws it to the right. That one looked like it was to Frederick Holloway. It was first down. Nope, they did not pick up the first. It is a 4th and 3, and we have another punt. Now, I don't know what's going on, but both of these teams seem to be letting the clock run for an abnormally long amount of time. So the Dragons have all the right in the world to take their time before the play clock ends.
I ain't gonna cut it against our coverage, baby.
Landry Jones and company have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to try and get into the end zone, or at least pick up 3 and take the lead in this game. Best bet scenario is to get and Artis Payne is running up the side of the field. Wow, he got some good blocks. I was paused for a second because I was just watching in awe how Artis Payne just went right to the left side of the field, untouched, until he was about 15 yards upfield. It was just shocking. I was at a loss for words. I'm sorry about that.
Keep your eyes open over there.
Now, Landry is in the gun. 3 wide receivers at the top of his screen in a bunch formation. There's the snap. It is a handoff to the running back. That is Artis Payne, who picks up a smooth gain of 8. He has 39 yards at 11 carries. So far, so good for the boy. For the boys in blue. I like that. The boys in blue.
Second and goal. Ball at 37 yards.
The Renegades are taking their sweet time once again to get up to this line of scrimmage. I-form set. 2:30 left to go in this half. And like I said, this one has been moving fairly quickly. There's the snap. It is another stretch handoff. And he is stopped right before the first down marker. Just shy. 3rd and inches. You gotta believe they're going to run this ball up the gut and get the first down. But the way the Dragons have been playing, then it seems like a play action pass will be the smarter move here. I-form too tight. There's the snap. It is a handoff to Artis Payne, who bounces outside and has a great block. He's got some space. He is finally tackled down at the Seattle 43. Those are the kind of blocks that you love to see as a former offensive lineman. And that was the play that sprung him loose. Let's take a look. That big hit right there gave him tons of wiggle space. And it's a good idea for Landry Jones and company to move the ball even further and pick up 6. They don't want to go with 3. 3 is a consolation prize. What you want is the 6-point mark, and to make all those other guys look like fools. There's the snap. Landry Jones throws it to the outside, complete to Darnell Matthews. Down at the 38-yard line. It is a 5-yard gain with just under 2 minutes to go.
Second and 4 from the Dragons, 38 yards.
I-form set. 1 wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. It goes to Artis Payne, who seems to me to get the first down. He took a nasty hit very low, but he is up on his feet like nothing happened. 3rd and inches at the Seattle 34. Something tells me that this is going to be...
This kind of pickup should be no problem for us.
This is going to be one of those low-scoring games, one of these knockdown, drag-out fights where everybody comes out and answers the bell, and they now take a handoff to Artis Payne, who punches it forward. 1st and 10. They are taking good care of the football. They're utilizing their time. They have 2 timeouts left with 1:09 to go. He then swings it out to Artis Payne, who cuts upfield. It is 3rd down, and it is 2nd and 6. And the Renegades need to get points here before half, and they will get the ball back at halftime. So that is crucial. Very, very crucial. I'm sorry, they elected to receive. The Dragons will get it at halftime. 3rd and 4. There's the snap. He is looking downfield. Across the middle, complete pass. 1st and goal for the Renegades. You've got to be kidding me. I thought they were going to get off the field again, but Landry Jones finds a great throw. He throws another one to Parham. Parham, you are going the wrong way. Still a positive yard completion. They're getting closer and closer to him. And Parham has got to be the main source of offense right about now.
2nd and goal from the Dragons, 6 yards.
This will be the difference between a touchdown and just a field goal. I form 2 wide receivers split. There's the snap. He looks across the middle. It is caught but popped right out of his hands. That's the nicest thing I can say about it. I believe that one went to Frederick Holloway.
Yeager is in for the field goal attempt. 6 yards. McDaniel.
14 seconds left, and they're just going to say, screw it. We're going to kick the field goal and take the lead. We'll kick it back to you, but we're probably going to squib it, but we're definitely going to take the lead here. There's the snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. 6-3 lead for the Renegades. They are playing decent enough football to be in the lead. The Renegades are going to kick this ball away to the Dragons. The Dragons are going to have to respond, but I think they're going to have to wait until after the halftime show in order to do that. It is caught, brought out to the 22-yard line. First and 10 at the Seattle 22. If they go downfield, they might have a chance to get a score. You got to take advantage of Pro out there on the sideline. And they hand it off to McAfee, who gets a gain of 4.
That's the end of the second quarter.
That will do it for the half. The Dallas Renegades lead the Seattle Dragons 6-3. A slow-paced first half. Enjoy the halftime show. It is brought to you by Onslaught Multimedia, home of the Blast Podcast.
Over beats, baby.
And we are back. The Renegades lead 6-3 over the Dragons, but the Dragons will be receiving the ball in the second half. Can the Renegades hold on and pick up a victory here? With only 9 points scored in that first half between both teams, it's looking like it's going to be a low-scoring defensive battle. Which team will be ready for it? There's the kick, and the second half is underway. It is caught by Brian Taylor, who brings the ball out and down to the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Right now is the drive where the Dragons are going to have to put points on the board. If they don't, they'll be in for a rude awakening.
First and 10 from the Dragons. 25
Silvers has 2 wideouts. This is a standard single back set. They would call this ace. There is the snap. He takes a quick drop back. He's got a bunch of guys going across the middle. Decides to hit Prohl. Wouldn't you? Prohl has 5 catches on 74 yards. Was a little slow to get up.
First and 10.
Silva has a chance here with 9:30 to go in the second half. There's the third quarter. We're just getting started here. It is a stop in the backfield. 2nd and 11. Tough break for Gus McAfee, who's had decent games running so far, but Blakely made sure that none of that was happening here. 2nd and 11 for the Dragons. There's a snap. He is looking and he finds the wrong man. Intercepted by the Renegades. What looked like was going to be a great drive for the Dragons have turned into a turnover. I believe that was Leland Nichols on the snag. 1st and 10 in Seattle territory for the Renegades. They can take this lead to greater heights with a decent pass here or a good run into the end zone and make it a 10-point game. I-form set, 1 wide receiver at the top of your screen. There is the snap. Ball is handed off to Artis Payne, who picks up 4 for a manageable 2nd and 6. Plenty of room, plenty of options to be made.
Let's all play heads up right here.
Landry Jones, even though he's had a tough season, has kept his composure, trying to pick up his 3rd win of the season and stay within playoff contention. It's a delayed handoff to Artis Payne, and again, these have to be some of the strictest refs that I have ever seen coach. They don't coach, they referee. They are too tough. Spotted the ball at the 30, gave him 3rd and inches. Can they convert here? If it's me, hand that ball off to Artis Payne and allow him to get that 1st down. Oh, they had a man jump off sides. That is a free play. Shakes off a guy, tries to spin away. Wrapped up by Sean Goss, or Willie Bacon, I apologize. But it doesn't matter because it'll all go forward for a 1st down.
Neutral zone infraction, number 93, defense.
That is tough. I believe that was Dushan Gideon who jumped off sides. It is. And that just gives the Renegades another chance to get some points on the board here. It's the 25-yard line. They are even close. They're even in field goal range. Empty set for Landry. Landry is looking downfield, finds an out route. It is picked off. Oh my God. Now, I want to give either of these teams some advice in taking care of the football and moving the ball well, but neither side has been able to do that. It was supposed to be a routine out route to the tight end that is That is an unfortunate turn of events as the Dragons have taken the ball, and it is now going to be a lot tougher for Dallas to get any points on the board, maybe even in this quarter. Can the Dragons stretch this drive out? There's the snap. He is looking downfield. Silver's still looking, but he cannot get away from the pressure. Sacked down at the 21-yard line. Tough break for Silvers and company.
Okay, let's run. Bunch 50, ZD post. All out here.
Sounds like they're going to call another pass play. This offensive line of the Dragons are going to have to protect, or it'll be a long game. Bunch formation at the bottom of your screen for Silvers. He's got to go big here. They got to get 16 yards to get the first down. There's the snap. He drops back, looking for a man, finds a man downfield, and he catches the football. It is Brian Taylor for a gain of 13, 3rd and 3 for the Dragons. I mean, Silvers had plenty of room. He had plenty of time to put my daughter on the bus to go to school, come back, have a nice little conversation with the wife, leave, go to Home Depot, buy some gardening tools, garden the front, and then come back and throw that football. I mean, the amount of time he had was ridiculous. I formation. There's the snap. Nowhere to be found. Don't know what map you're looking for. It doesn't matter. He dumps it to McAfee. It was Robert Bryant on the stop again.
The Dragons are back to punt. Kidd is deep to receive.
The Seattle Dragons are going to punt this ball away. Tough break after getting the interception. They had nowhere to go. And this has been the story of the Dragons' life. They get some high hopes, and then before you know it, they are on the wrong side of the spectrum, on the outside looking in, just like these two teams are looking at the playoff picture.
We have to make a statement on this series.
1st and 10 from your Renegades.
Landry Jones and company have the football. Sorry for the dead air, folks. I was adjusting some things here on my program. Landry Jones and company have the ball. There's a handoff to Artis Payne. He spins off, and we are getting closer and closer to the 5-minute mark, and it is looking like this might be the game score. 6-3. Both teams have played good defense. Gallion on the stop there.
2nd and 6.
Look alive
from
on this
your
one.
Renegades, 37-yard.
They have no time to waste. They need it, and they need it now. There is the snap, and the ball is bobbled something crazy. Wow. Nonetheless, 3rd and 7 for the Dragons. I'm sorry, for the Renegades. And it's looking like neither one of these teams want to even move the football, man. I mean, I should call them out.
This is big for us. We got to keep this thing close. We can stop these guys.
3rd and 6 from your Renegades, 37 yards.
We are at the 5-minute mark. We are halfway through this quarter. And Landry Jones and company have only managed to put up 6 points. There's a snap. It is decent. He throws it across the middle. Complete pass. Tries to spin away. 1st and 10. Courtesy of some clean blocking and great execution. Landry Jones is approaching the line of scrimmage. He's in a shotgun set with 3 wide receivers bunched at the bottom of your screen. It is a delayed handoff to Artis Payne on 1st and 10. He picks up 1. 5-guy trips formation. I know sometimes you want it to be decoy, but for the most part, somebody is open somewhere. Second and 9 at the Dallas 45. What can Landry do here? They're playing a little bit of game management, taking their time. They're running this clock. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the dead air. It has been a long day. This has been the fourth game I've called on this weekend, and the tiredness is starting to hit me. I'm not going to make it an excuse. We are going to power on through, just like all of these XFL teams have powered through the coronavirus and braved the storm to come out and play for our viewing pleasure. This looks like they're going for a straight-up run on 3rd and 2. He gets the first down as he hurdles over a man. 1st and 10 at the Seattle 41. Artis Payne is slow to get up. First down for the Renegades. Let's see what Landry Jones can continue to do on this drive in order to pick up 6. He is under center as we speak. There is the snap. It goes back to Artis Payne, who doesn't get much. 2nd and 7. This has been a very, very quick game. I feel like this game is almost over. It's because there hasn't been a lot of scoring. We have 9 total points on the board. 6 for Dallas, 3 for Seattle. It's looking like it'll be another field goal fest. And I believe Seattle was a part of that one as well and came up on the wrong end. Nonetheless, here they go. Hand off to Artis Payne. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8, and they are still in Seattle territory. They've got to move this ball downfield to get their kicker in there and throw up another one.
3rd and 8.
Landry Jones not playing around this time. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. He's also got Parham at the tight end set. Holloway and the opposite man at the top of your screen. There is the snap. Good field protection. It is nearly picked off once again. Landry Jones is the epitome of risk taker. Maybe besides him, the other biggest risk taker I know is Brett Favre, and both guys sling the pill with no regard for human life.
Your Renegades are back to punt.
And here comes Lindstrom. Punt this ball away. He's been doing good so far. Can he coffin corner another one for me? There's the boot. It's up. She's decided to go the opposite way. And can they get under it? They cannot. It is a tough break for Dallas, and Seattle will take the ball out at the 20-yard line to get things started. Now, if you are Seattle, you've got to get something going here. You're only down 3. This is not the end of the world. You're only down 3. It's not like you are getting blown out by some of these other teams this week, and you've got to make a miraculous comeback to get points. I mean, to get this win. There's the snap. Silvers has got a great cadence. He keeps catching these guys off sides. That is another penalty for Dallas, who need to stay disciplined.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 70, defense, solid yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
First and 5 from the Dragon, 25-yard.
Silvers is under center with 2 wide at the bottom of your screen. Again, I apologize for the dead air. I'm doing a few things back in the back. We'll call it the backstage area that is keeping me from keeping a good eye out on the game. This game is just flowing right on through. I mean, this is probably the quickest game that I have covered so far.
Oh, yeah, I hope they come at us the same way.
We're less than an hour in, and we are almost at the end of the 3rd quarter. This game has gone pretty fast. Neither team has taken the time out to pass the ball often and get points on the board. Pro has done it again. He has caught another pass. I think that's either his 5th or 6th catch of the game. Kroll is the #1 target, and Silvers has to use him a lot in order for them to move the ball. But again, they are having struggling woes, putting points on the board. There's the snap. They've got some weapons. They dump it out to McAfee, who does not get the first down. 4th and 1 for the Dragons. And if I'm the Dragons, I'm just saying, you know what? I'm done with this quarter.
The Dragons are back to punt. Kidd is deep to receive.
There's the snap. It is a punt that goes up high in the air. It's a skying punt. Doesn't go far, but it just goes high up. It is caught by Clinton Kidd, and he makes it a fair catch. And that will do it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the
It is now the 4th, and as you already know, throw those 4s up, throw them up, throw them up, throw them up. It has not been the most exciting game to cap off the weekend, but thank you very much for sticking around and watching the XFL on the Last Life Gaming Network. I'm going to take this time to cover next week. We have a slate of games next week that you will be interested in. Landry Jones completes the pass to the 49-yard line. It looked like it was bobbled about 3 times before it was caught. I believe that was Frederick Holloway on that one. Let's check the replay. That looked pretty strange. Landry's tall in the pocket. Oh, it was a regular pitch and catch. It just sounded like a bobble as I was looking for the XFL schedule. But here we go. Week 9, you see the same Dallas Renegades travel to Houston in a battle for Texas. This time, pay attention, folks, on Thursday night, 8 p.m. on primetime on the Last Life Gaming Network, the Dallas Renegades will take on the Houston Roughnecks. Then we'll go back to our slate of Saturday games. The DC Defenders and the New York Guardians go toe-to-toe, and the winner of that game will be the outright leader of the East, sitting at 6-3. Both teams are at 5-3. That's going to be a good one after that Dallas Roughnecks game. The very next day, we'll have 2 games on our regularly scheduled program. The Tampa Bay Vipers will take on the St. Louis Battlehawks at 12 Eastern, and the Seattle Dragons will take on the LA Wildcats at 6 Eastern. So, next week, we'll decide a lot of teams' fates. Some might have to wait until week 10 to hash it all out, but week 9 should do a good job of weeding out the rest.
Jokers, week toss. Ready, break.
3rd and inches from the Dragons, 39 yards.
It sounds like they're going to try and toss this ball to Artis Payne going the other way. The way the defense is set up, it looks like it might work. There is the toss, and he goes nowhere. Great stop by the Dragons. Galeon, huge play. 4th and 2 on the Seattle 41-yard line. With 8 minutes to go, Seattle will be getting the ball back here as Dallas goes to punt it away. Punt is up. They do not go for it that time, and it will be down at the 5-yard line, and the Dallas fans are making themselves heard. The gunner's got to do a better job there of stopping his man before he can get there. He got to the marker with ease, got to the ball with ease, didn't have much of a problem just picking up that ball and downing it. Great defense. Great special teams work by Reggie Matthews. Cannot be mad at him there. They're inside the 5. Will they be pinned back for a safety? There's the handoff. He tries to juke outside. Stopped at exactly the 5. Brandon Silvers. Not doing too bad. Tough QBR. 61.3, but it's a tough game for both quarterbacks, it seems, right now. Neither offense has really gotten started here. Tries to get skinny, gets a yard on the play, nowhere to go. Now, usually these low-scoring games are full of excitement. There's lots of action, lots of drama, lots of storytelling. I feel like This game has not really had a lot of ups and downs. It has just been steady. And just like, I mean, look at it. We are at the 7-minute mark, and I feel like this game hasn't even started yet. It is a toss to McAfee to the right-hand side. He tries to lower his shoulder, but the Renegades defender stops him at the 6-yard line, 4th and 8, and I'm positive they will be punting this ball away.
The Dragons have selected the punt.
With 6:30 to go in the game, Todd Boston is back to receive the kick. There it is. There's the hold. The punt is up. Hopefully he gets a little bit more coverage with his punt. It is caught by Clinton Kidd, who brings it out to the 41-yard line. So it's about the 6-yard gain, so good run so far. 1st and 10 at the Seattle 41. Let's see what Landry can do. Now, what you want to do is pick up the first down and then pick up another one and make everything work in your favor. That's what you want to do. What you don't want to do is have another turnover and give Seattle a chance to tie this game or even win it. Because if you saw the New York Guardians game, it took it down to the wire for it to be decided.
Second and 10 from the Dragons, 41-yard line.
2nd and 11 for the Renegades. Can Landry Jones do anything big here? Double tight on the right-hand side. It is thrown to Parham. Parham's hit as he catches it. 3rd and 1. That is a play they needed. I'm telling you, and I keep telling you, if the Renegades want to make this playoff, Landry Jones needs to have Donald Parham as his #1 target every single game. 3rd and 1. The Renegades need to make it happen. Let's get this first down. Renegades fans, we need to rally behind your troops. They need you here. Get your towels out. Rally them up. There is the snap. It is another handoff to Artis Payne, who gets nowhere. 4th and 1. They have a chance of kicking a field goal and possibly taking a 9-3 lead. Last time a team led 9-3, the Guardians came back and won 10-9. So let's see what they do here. This will be a long one, a 48-yard attempt. The boot is up. The kick is good. 9-3 game with just under 5 minutes to go. And if the Dragons don't need inspiration, this is it. You have 5 minutes to just get a touchdown. Nobody scored a touchdown yet today. What a time to be alive in this game than right now. 4 minutes, 45 seconds. The Renegades need to pin them deep and just play fantastic defense to get away with the win here. Seattle looking to play spoiler. Picks up the return at around the 5-yard line. Do not know where they were going on that play. And Taylor is tackled down at the 17. Already a tough start for Silvers and the boys.
Listen up! We got triple 50X, opposite flow. Got it? Good. Break!
Sounds like a pass play with a possible rollout. It might be. We are looking at the Seattle Dragons in white with 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. And the Desperados in black with the blue helmets lined up at a 4-2 nickelback formation. There is the snap. He is throwing an incomplete ball. It went to his fullback, I believe. I'm sorry, not his fullback, his tight end, Jedazuma. Incomplete pass. He was hit as he's thrown, so we can blame it on that. Good defense by the Renegades. 4 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in this
You ain't
game.
playing like yourself today. We need to pick it up. I need some help, man. I can't do it by myself.
Gus McAfee is calling out Silvers. Let's see if Silvers can respond, or will he retreat? single back formation, 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. There is the snap. Silvers takes a deep drop back. Looking downfield, it is caught, but for only a gain of 4. Tough break for Austin Pro. He has 7 catches on 85 yards. Silvers is coming out of the huddle with his troops approaching that line. He is now under center. Trips formation at the bottom of your screen. Gus McAfee, the lone man in the backfield. The Renegades are ready for a pass, but hey, when you got choices, you could have made a run, but they decided not to. It is thrown to the sideline, received by by Randall Parks. Picks up the first down. Big play there. Like I said, Seattle needs to score now. If they don't score now, call it a game. They haven't been able to score all game, so this has to be the drive where they make it happen. Single back formation. That'd be the ace. 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. There is the snap. There is a flag on the play. Might be a call for holding.
Holding, number 64.
A whole lot of extracurricular activity going on there. We have 4 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in this game. Like I said, I apologize for some random spots of silence. I am taking care of next week's games, as this game has given me a lot of time to just sit back and enjoy watching a football game. The pass is thrown downfield. That has to be the highlight play of this game. Austin Pro high punts the ball with 2 defenders draped all over him. Brandon Silvers, look at this throw. Now Brandon Silvers is clearly showing he can throw the ball downfield and throw it accurately, as Austin Pro's high points the ball for the catch and a first down. Seattle has got to capitalize on that play. I formation. There is the snap. It is tossed to the left side of the field. Stopped in the backfield, 2nd and 13. Not the way that the Dragons want to be going. And like I said, they need to score here, and they've got to score quickly. 2nd and 13. A touchdown here will be big for Seattle, but they are going the wrong way. It is a tough game so far for both teams offensively. 4 wide sets, single back in the backfield for the Dragons. Clock is ticking. There's the snap. He is stepping upfield, throws the ball to the left side of the field. Complete pass, but he steps out of bounds before he can get to the first down marker. If you hear me talking through my teeth, that is one of my pet peeves in football. Guys who just run out of bounds to avoid contact. Stop that. Stop that. And speaking of stop that, the Renegades are going to want to stop it here. And if they do, they can just run the clock out. And that will be game for the Renegades. Complete pass. They get the first down.
We got you back on your heels, and we ain't gonna stop.
It's crazy because they've had all game to try and get points on the board. Now that there is a sense of urgency with under 3 minutes left, they are probably the furthest up they've been the field in a very long time. There's a snap. The Silvers just throws an errant throw too wide. I think he's trying to make up for some pass throws. But what he needs to do is just take care of the football, get the ball to your weapons, and get a touchdown. You will be leading this game 10-9. It'll be a repeat performance of the New York game. Let's just see if Seattle can make something happen. Bunch formation to the bottom of your screen. Austin Prohl is at the top. Gus McAfee is your deep back. There is your sand. And that is another sack. Big sack there by the Renegades. So Silvers is now looking back downfield. It is complete. We are cooking with gasoline. If you are a Dragons fan, once again, you are clutching your chest, screaming Elizabeth like Fred Sanford, because this is the big one. And it just took about 35 minutes of football in order for Seattle to get hot. Now is the time to strike. Like they always say, strike while the iron's hot. They are getting closer to the 2-minute warning. It looks like they're going to try and get this snap off before then. They decide to hold on to it. Neither or. Great decision. They have all three. I'm sorry. They have all three of their timeouts. 2 minutes to go. The ball is in their favor. If they get a score here, it'll be a 10-9 ball game, and they might squeak away with a victory. With 2 minutes to go, it is a handoff to McAfee. McAfee only gets a yard, but that clock is ticking. Now, this is smart on the Dragons. They have all three of their timeouts, so they don't need to rush. They can let this clock bleed a little so they don't leave a lot of clock on the board for anyone else to get a score here, especially the Renegades, the team they're playing against. There's a snap in the pro set. It is handed off to McAfee. Now, here's the problem. They are running this ball as if they are not down. This is the same kind of philosophy that I saw in another game, and I said to myself, why are they continuing to run the ball, pass the damn ball, and get downfield?
Okay, people, gun! Straight 50 AZ cross. Let's make it count. Break!
Sounds like the Dragons will be doing a pass play here. I didn't get all of the lingo, but they are lined up in a pass formation, empty backfield, 3 wide at the top of your screen. The tight end is also over there. We got Pro Solo at the bottom of the screen. Let's see if they can make that work. Silver steps up. He finds Azuma. Azuma has no time to turn around. There is a 4th down and 7.
Did you see that? Beautiful. Just beautiful.
And Rivera and Kidd. I'm sorry. Not Rivera and Kidd.
Everybody ready?
Pro
It's gonna be
and Holloway
straight
need to step up
50 clear
here.
Drags. Ready? Break!
This Renegade crowd has gone onto their feet. They need all the help they can here to make a stop to keep the Dragons out of the end zone. Minute 27 left. Silvers is looking. He throws a deep one down the field. Nearly intercepted. Good defense there by Kareem Barti, the cornerback on that side of the field. He has drawn the assignment of defending Austin Prohl. He nearly picked it off. Almost got 2 hands on it, but hey, anyway, great defense. That still allows them to have the ball here, and that might be the game, folks. Seattle has only 1 timeout left, and this might be it. This has got to be it. They're going to down this ball here. They'll call timeout. They'll down it 2 more times, and that will be academic. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize for a lot of dead air on this broadcast. I was handling things on the other side of the microphone for for next week's slate of games. There's going to be a lot of good football next week. I am going to recap it here as we are just going through the motions of this game as the Dallas Renegades will remain in playoff contention. So let's break it down. Let's talk about stories here. Next week, in week 9, as we are 2 weeks away from the playoffs, the Dallas Renegades, who just picked up a win, will play the Houston Roughnecks, who are coming off their first loss of the season. If Dallas can get a win there and a little bit of things happen, they are still in playoff contention. At 2 o'clock on Saturday, April 4th, the DC Defenders will head to New York to take on the Guardians for the battle of first place. In the Sunday game, April, at 12 noon Eastern Time, the Tampa Bay Vipers, who are eliminated from the playoffs, will take on the St. Louis Battlehawks, who are on the outside looking in right now and will hope that the DC Defenders defeat the Guardians.
How about blocking this thing? Come on, let's swarm this guy.
And on Sunday, April 5th, the Seattle Dragons will take on the LA Wildcats at 6 p.m. And like I said, the Dallas Renegades and the Houston Roughnecks game will be a Thursday night game, Thursday in prime time. They have to punt this ball away at least once. They got to play good coverage so they don't allow a punt return. A punt return is still in the works, but when you play in the XFL, it's almost non-existent. So he got a little space. He picked up a good amount of yardage, but that will do it. Wow. This was a low-scoring game. A whole lot of field goals. The Dallas Renegades defeat the Dragons 9-3. Enjoy what is the post-game show. Have a blast. Player of the game is Cameron Artis-Payne, 26 carries, 90 yards, no scores, but he did just enough in order for his team to pick up the victory. Great job by Artis-Payne for him to get player of the game. My name is Bravo33. This has been the XFL on the Last Life Gaming Network. We will see you on a special Thursday night. We'll see you then. Thank you for watching the XFL on the Last Life Gaming Network. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on your notifications to find out everything XFL on the Last Life Gaming Network.